We have participants joining from various prestigious universities, and today's session from campus to career skills, opportunities, AI and 6G focuses on emerging technologies, innovation, research, opportunities, and the skills required to bridge the gap between academics and industry. It's now my pleasure to introduce our esteemed speaker for today's session, Ms. Avisha Garg ma'am. She is currently pursuing her PhD in the Department of Electrical Engineering at IIT Kanpur and is a gold medalist from Graphic Era University, Dehradun. Her research focuses on Bayesian machine learning, AI techniques, compressed sensing, and transceiver optimization for next generation 6G wireless systems. She has also been honored with IEEE Outstanding Women in Engineering Professional Volunteer Award and IEEE Outstanding Section Student Volunteer Award 2025 and 2024. Her exceptional contributions to IEEE and research community. We are truly honored to have her with us today for this insightful session. So, ma'am, without taking much time, uh, the dais is yours.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mahavir, for such a introduction. So, is I'm audible? Everyone? So, I want to make this session very, very interactive as like most of you are campus students and there are so many of doubts. So, the first thing which I want from everyone is to turn their video feeds on. So, what it will do is it will help me to interact in a good way, and like maybe I'll feel much. It's more like you are not talking to yourself, you are talking to someone. So, I request everyone to at least turn their video feeds on so that we should have a very interactive session. And I also want to thank Professor Nikita Vats, student branch advisor, so like for this guest lecture, and the student coordinator Sanjana and Tanvi, so because of whom I am today here. So let me share my slides and tell me, is it visible? So is my slide visible? Everyone, is my slides visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining. So in my today's talk, so I'll talk about the career choices and the Zeigarnik effect. So this is the one of the most important effect, which I don't think that some of you have known this, but it's a very what you say, very important tool, and if you able to get through this, so your life will be very comparatively easy. And then we'll be having the hands-on session and some useful links for scholarships, AI and 6G. So I'm Abhisha Garg, as like Mahavir introduced me. So I'm currently pursuing PhD from Department of Electrical Engineering, and today we'll be talking about this campus to career skills opportunities, AI and 6G. So let me start with something like career success today depends only on adaptability, skills, and consistency. And when you'll go through the slides, you will realize, maybe this half an hour to 45 minutes of session, so you will realize that how these things, adaptability and skills and consistency, can actually help you to build a very successful career. And so let me start with something like, how many of you are confused about your career path? I think most of you. And would it be like government job, private sector, MBA, MTech, startup, or higher studies? So this is a very reasonable questions. And how many feel peer pressures from society or career choice? So if you are feeling all these things, it is very normal to feel. And if you are not feeling this, then definitely there is some problem. So most successful people also started with this confusion and exploration, and including me, I was also in that state. And now I think that after spending much more time in my field, expertising me field. So I think that I will be able to like help you through these slides that okay, how you can actually start thinking about. So the major career paths are, if you talk about in India, so it's government job or private sector. So for government job, we have engineering service, PSUs, so one more thing, if you have any doubt, you can stop me in between, and if there is some general query, we can take it at the end. Okay. So I think most of you are familiar with all these things. If you are not familiar, you just write and like we can discuss it after the session. So the major career paths are the government job, UPSC, engineering services, PSUs, technical services, and for private sectors we have IT, telecom, AIML, data analytics, consulting, and you can also have this higher studies, that is MBA, MTech, or MS from abroad, and the entrepreneurship we can also have, that is startups, freelancing. So every path has opportunities if approached with dedication, and this is the key thing, that if you want that to succeed, so dedication is the one most important thing that okay, to start with. So what skills it, for technical, I would suggest that there are two things. One is the coding and another is the analytical thinking, and both are very very important. So if you talk about coding, coding is like you can start with any language, and once you are expert in anything, so you can easily go to the language. So it's more about of logic, and analytical thinking is more about how to solve aptitude problems, or how to approach aptitude problems. And another second important thing which a student should build is the communication skills. So in communication we have both the things, one is the speaking skills and another is the presentation skills. So this is also very very important that students should build. And the most important thing which I would suggest for everyone to do is the personal skills, that is discipline, most important, as I have told, time management, and the emotional control. Now most of you will think about, okay, what is emotional control and why it is important. So let me ask anyone from the audience, like why this emotional control, and how it is like student, why the student should have this thing. Anyone from the audience? Is I'm audible? Like, I didn't get any response. Anyone?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am, you
ma'am,
are
because
audible.
of appreciation and like this types of.
Sorry, please carry on. Yeah, who was there?
Yes, ma'am, because of
Yeah.
appreciation and motivation is important for this plane like this. Something we can say.
Okay, okay. So you, anyone else? Okay, so I'll tell you the things. So the thing is, if you are uh, too much of emotional about anything, so what it will do is it will take up your much of your consume much of your time, much of your energy, and your brain will constantly think without even you are working. So emotional control is something like which you should build in your personality, so that at least you should like the the problem with the, you can relate it to the overthinking. So the problem which you are constantly thinking, keeping your draining your energy, should not be a problem if you have emotional control. So the skills which one should have in the personal skills, it is emotional control as well. And I will say that small daily improvements create long term success. So some common mistakes which students make is following the crowd blindly. Okay, my friend is doing this and I will also do this. Okay, this is the only career choice. It's not at all like that. Everyone is born with some unique things, and you know your unique things. So this session will tell you that okay, what are your unique things, you can analyze and start working on those things. Another thing is wasting precious time on social media and distraction. This, I think, most of us do that. Like social media has grown like something, so most of the people waste their time, and it creates distraction. And only collecting certificates without practical skills, this is another thing which I have observed from past many years, that they need this and that certificates, but they don't know actually what will be the application or how they can utilize the skills. So like collecting certificates are good, but you should also be familiar about what are the practical skills. And the next thing is the most important thing which most of the people think is the fear of failure and overthinking. Like every one of us, we have in this mindset that okay, like what will happen next, what will happen next, what will happen next. So the key for this is just do work. If you do the work, if you are dedicated, and if you are truly honest, success will take you. You don't need to think about failure, you don't need to think about like think about anything. And another thing which students do is not building internships, projects, and networking connections. These are also very very important parameters, because internships will guide you, okay, what are your major strengths, how you can do the things. The projects, like the real time projects or some research projects, they will help you to gain your skills. And networking is very very important, because only then the people know you, only then you can have confidently, you are much more confident in the things. Okay. So another doubt which most of the students have is whether it's a government or private sector we should take. So both have their different pros and cons. So if you talk about government sector, so stability and structured career is in government sector. If you talk about the private sector, so it's faster growing, it requires much more innovation, and it has a very dynamic culture. But both sector have their advantages and challenges. So if someone is like okay, I can happy like whatever money I'm getting, and like I don't require very very much of the pressure, so like government jobs are very good. But if you are very ambitious, and if you want very fast environment, and if you wants to grow like anything, then private sectors are very very good, but they have their own challenges. So choose according to your interests, strengths, and personality. Everything, it depends on your like what you like, what you don't like, and like what you actually want in your long term career. So as I've talked in my outline, so there is something called Zeigarnik effect. So has anyone heard about this earlier?
Hello, ma'am. I'm Rosal, and
Okay, hello.
uh, it is like remembering the bad things most of the time and good things for short period of time. Like
Okay, very very close. Any other? Longer in your memory, and your brain consumes your energy. So start a task makes the brain want to complete it, so we generally do not start and procrastinate the things, and after this what will happen is we lose interest in completing that task. So for like for these kind, and it will seriously work, and it has worked with me. So the thing which I have talked from the starting is discipline, because what the current problem with today's generation is the discipline. Like people are very much motivated, very much okay, I will do this and I will do that, but when it comes to okay real this thing, okay now you need to put pressure, so they lose interest. Why they lose interest? Because as I said, that our brain wants to complete it. So if our brain wants to complete it, and we think okay, like we need to do, but we are not doing it, so it will lose our interest. So small actions create motivation, and it's not the other way around. Okay, so another thing is the practical roadmap for students is identify one strong skill and improve it deeply. It's not like okay, I will do this, I will do that, I will do this, and I don't know actually any of the thing. So everyone, as I've told you earlier, that they are good in at least one thing. They can be good in multiple of the things. At least one thing, they have a very strong skill. You need to analyze it. So if you are I would say a second year student, and if you are a third year student, then you need to analyze that skill and build on that skill, because that skill will actually take you, okay, what are your future steps. And second thing is build projects, internships, and practical exposure. That is very very important. And LinkedIn, like a very good networking platform, and strong resume. So we will have this resume session in today's also. Like I will introduce you like what are the key points, and we will see the overleaf also. And the next thing is the aptitude, communication, and the interview skills. These are also very very important for having a good long term career. And what the key thing is, use your phone as a learning tool rather than just only an entertainment. So let us start with a hands on session. So is Sanjana here? San- yeah, so Sanjana, I have shared you one doc file. So can you put it in the WhatsApp group maybe, or in the chat here? One zip file I have shared with you. So how much everyone is excited to like see this hands-on resume session? So then majority of the, not take much of the time, because we need to talk about 6G AI also. So maybe in 5 to 10 minutes we'll talk. So Sanjana, have you shared in the chat box? Okay, okay. So everyone, you will get a zip file. I'll tell you step by step. So the first thing what you need to do is in Google. So we'll do it parallelly. Okay. So in Google, type overleaf. Everyone, just type overleaf. So you will get something like this, right? Once you'll type, you'll get something this kind of a window. You need to sign in. Just sign in with Google, and after you sign in, you will get something this kind of a window. What is share in my screen? So I request everyone to raise down their hand, and now raise it again if you are able to get it signed and you are able to have something this kind of a window. Okay. Only two people. Okay, three, four, five. Okay. So at least we have 50 to 60% of the people. Okay, only five, six people. So who can have this kind of a window? You just need, what you need to do is just type overleaf over in the Google, and just create, just sign in, and you will get something this kind of a window. File in the chat also, and in I think on the WhatsApp group which you have joined. So after that, so what you need to do is you need to create a new. Yeah, I want everyone, I want this session to be something interactive, and you should at least when you'll go, so you should learn something. So very simple steps: overleaf, and then create new project, and then upload project. Very simple. Please resend the project zip. Okay, so some name XYZ. Okay, so this is some sample format of resume, one of like commonly used across various institutions, like because it contains everything, like so right, BTech. And if you talk about specialization, okay, let's talk about electrical engineering. So what you need to do is when you write, you just recompile it. Okay. So what you will see is whatever you have written, it's already coming. So okay, instead of this, so let us write Abhisha Garg. Okay, name, department. So what my suggestion for next generation to be is to use Overleaf. It's a very good cloud source. Like you can every time access to your phone, and like it's very convenient. So and it, the format of the your what you say, the CV and all looks very good. So you try to build your resume something like this. And most of the industries, what they prefer is they generally prefer one page resume. So you should be very much sure that okay, like in one page most of the things came. But if there are some very what you say, irrelevant practical skills, irrelevant skills not required for the those industries, so what you can do is you can like skip those parts. Okay, so this resume, if you have any doubt how to like write the things and how to build the table, so if you type over the Google, so this Overleaf, so let's do it like this. So it has some tutorials also. So many tutorials available over what you say, YouTube, and even Overleaf have their own tutorials. So if you talk about this, okay, so this is my Overleaf account. Overleaf tutorials. Okay, so even Overleaf also provides tutorials. So if you see all these tutorials, but it is very easy. So it's very convenient, and it's very easy. You can type equations, you can put the figures, you can uh, means write the research paper. You can do anything for this, and you can get all these things here. So I can even put these link in the chat box. Okay. So where is the chat box here? I couldn't see that. Okay, this is the chat box. Okay. Mm, okay. So anyone is having any doubt in this Overleaf, or like anyone wants to like explain it
No, ma'am, no
further
doubt.
how to write? Okay. Okay, fine. Anyone else?
No, ma'am, all clear.
Okay. Thanks. Okay. So the next thing is about some useful links for scholarships. So one of the very premium prestigious society, that is SPS society, used to provide scholarships for all UG, PG and PhD students. All these slides I will give to Sanjana, so she can distribute you so that you don't need to copy all these things. These links will be provided. So this SPS scholarship, this is basically for signal processing society, and the BTech in especially this electronics engineering, you can say about. So they have a very wide experience of the things, and they generally see like how your profile is, and your CGPA, your extracurricular, and then they used to give. So the next thing is that is women in engineering scholarship, that is only for the girls students. So when you go through all these links, so you can find 8 to 10 scholarships that is only provided for the girl students, and it is a very good for international platform. Another thing is this IEEE SASAC, this is Student Activity Council, and this also provides a lot of opportunities, lot more of awards and these things. Another thing is India Council. I think most of you know about this India Council. Anyone like can tell what is IEEE India Council? Anyone? So have anyone know what is this India Council, IEEE India Council? Yes, yes, someone
Don't
was
know,
there.
ma'am.
Don't know. Okay, so let me take you then to India Council once. So at least you should know IEEE India Council. So in IEEE we have many things. So one thing is uh, at the chapter level, means the university level. Another thing is at the what you say, the section level. Then what you say is your state level, and the top hierarchy, means the top position of IEEE is IEEE. There might be something in, I think this is in Madhya Pradesh, right? MP, this is university. Anyone can confirm?
Yes, ma'am. MP section.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
this is
ma'am.
MP section. So like what we have is, one thing is this say, university chapter. Another thing is the MP section, IEEE MP section, and the India Council. IEEE India Council is the top what you say, the IEEE organization, which the all the states comes under this IEEE India Council. So whether you are Delhi, whether you are from any place. UP, Delhi, MP, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, everyone comes under this IEEE India Council. So these also, so if you'll see here, so these also have their so many of awards, and even I have given the link also. So if you'll open this link, so let me open this link. Okay. So if you talk about, so they have, see, these long list of awards. So that is means across the India, whatever the activities the students are doing, the young professionals, the women's, which everyone is doing. So they have their own eligibility, they have their own procedure, and even they have given the past nominees and all those things. So if you will see any of the past nominees, so let's example, if you will see the 2024 nominees. So you can see that Delhi section, Bangalore section, Madras section. So every section has, so see, this one is Madhya Pradesh section. So this India Council is which complete India, like it represents complete India. Okay, and we have this IEEE student contest also. So they also used to provide so many what you say, the student like student contest, students activities, all these things. So these are some these are very few, but these are some important links like which you can see, and like you can explore, like okay, like from where you can start the things. Okay, so the next thing is the general advice while applying is, never reject yourself before applying. Even if you feel that your profile is weak, just apply, because habit is much more important than outcome. And another thing which I have shown you is, just check the profiles of the past recipients. So what it will help you is to actually know, okay, how the things are selected. And do not fear rejection. Rejections are just a part of process, not a measure of your potential. So this is my thought process of applying to anything. So you just apply. So one thing is, you just know different things. I think after this lecture you might be knowing some of the things, so you explore these things. And if you feel that okay, I'm a eligible student, or I can be the eligible candidate, you just apply. And another important materials to start your preparation is for quant and coding. You can always go for Geeks for Geeks. And NPTEL, how many of you know about NPTEL? What is NPTEL and how many of you know?
Yes, ma'am, I know.
Okay, how many? Two, three?
Lots of us know, ma'am, at
Acha,
Sage.
acha, loads of, okay, okay. So have you taken any course on NPTEL or something like that?
Yes, ma'am. SPM, cloud computing, and AI, lots of
Okay. So you know, okay. So yeah, NPTEL for so I also advise you one thing. So there are so many professors in NPTEL. So it's the best part of NPTEL is it's like you can understand one professor, but you are not understanding it. So you can always have for every subject you might have at least 4 to 5 professors which are experts and which have like recorded their lectures. So it's a very good open source. I would suggest if you have some plans of like okay pursuing MTech and like going for higher studies, so you should visit, you should see about 6G and like why it is so much of fascinating.
will having the more speed than 5G.
O-
And
Yeah,
okay, so
ma'am,
that is one aspect. uh,
I think it's AI native networks. Like AI is grooming in all of the fields and maybe in the network also.
okay, any other?
used for
So
ultra fast speed.
yeah, speed is one thing. So these are the use cases or what you say the after things. So I'll start with something like when it comes to 3G. So I don't know how many of you are from wireless communication background. So I'll talk in a very high level language. So when this smartphone came, so so earlier what we have that Nokia phones with us. Now that smartphone came, so like the technology changed, right? So after a smartphone, then we have this so much of free internet Geo has provided to us, and then whole of the process high speed and high this thing. So these are some different things. So if you talk about the EM spectrum, I think some of you know about this. I'm not very sure like the background which you have. So this is a EM spectrum, so every frequency has their range. So if you talk about especially about 6G, so it is mostly this sub terahertz or terahertz range. So maybe how to put it, so gigahertz, whatever we have in 10 ki power 9. So this number is like frequency. I don't know how many of you are from background and have you know about what is frequency?
Yes, ma'am, we know.
Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Acha, so anyone can tell me quickly what is frequency?
For the motion that we get in a unit time.
Okay. Yeah, so you can
Yeah,
say this thing. Any other?
number of
This one,
number of
it can be
repeating or
number.
occurrence in a
Yeah,
unit of
so
time.
yeah, so we can say that this is the oscillation. So if you talk about frequency, so everything, whatever we operate, whatever the device we operate, it operates on a certain frequency. So there is some EM band, and over the EM band we have certain sectors. Okay, this sector will do this task and this at this frequency range. Okay, so it's high level things. So some use cases what you say about 6G. So these applications requires very high frequency and very, like as some of you have pointed, very high bandwidth. So just to meet those things, so we have 6G. So the spectrum. So another what you say, the organization is 3GPP. So have anyone of you heard about this 3GPP?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so 3GPP is third generation partnership project. So it is a global organization that develops standards. Okay, so first I'll talk about standards. So what is standards is, so if you are in India and now for the time being you need to travel to, let's example, anything, let's take Sri Lanka, you need to travel. So India has its own what you say, let us not take this way, so let us take this way. So your phone is manufactured in one country, and you use or you operate in another country. So how it is possible? So another thing you can take is like everyone has this C type charger. So why C type? Like iPhone earlier has this lightning charger, and now every even iPhones are having this C type of charger. So why we need all these things? Like why every company is coming to a particular what you say, a standard or a particular thing, only a particular product, you can say a particular type of a service, you can say.
For e-wastage,
uh,
Yes, so
because
the
these
thing,
guidelines is,
yeah.
I think these guidelines are provided by the government
Yes, so
already.
why the government want these things? To reduce the wastage. So it's like if your phone is now waste, so like if you talk about iPhone, so earlier they have this lightning charger. So once this lightning charger is there, so you cannot have that thing on other phones. So once the phone is waste, now I have moved to Samsung. So now I'll buy another charger. So standards are very very important, and this 3GPP is a global organization that develops standards for mobile communication systems. And why these standards are made? To ensure that a smartphone built in one country works seamlessly on a network in another country. So this is the whole this is a global organization that works on mobile standards. And before 3GPP, what happens is different regions used to have incompatible cellular technologies. So what's the problem? If we have different incompatible cellular technologies, so as I've told you, so if you are at one particular country, and if you are moving to maybe for a visit or maybe for a travel, you are to another, so then how your like phone will switch the carrier? So this organization helps to maintain that thing. And today, because of 3GPP, your device can discover, authenticate, and connect to any 5G network anywhere in the world. So for more information, you can have this visit this 3GPP organization. They have so many standards. There are so many of technologies, like since most of the people, like there are different backgrounds of people. So there is something called MIMO technology. I don't think that some of you have heard about this thing. So these technologies or these things are generally developed by 3GPP. So why like I have talked all these things in my project, in my this talk. So the thing is this 6G. So whatever the what you say, the standard, then it comes to us. So this 3GPP is a very very important organization if you are talking about mobile communications, and more like obviously the 6G. So 3GPP has given this roadmap. So what is this roadmap is like, they have commercialized some technology in release 15, 16, 17, 18, and now they have different types of a release. For these different types of a release, we have different what you say, like the technologies or whatever the services should be provided to the end user. So this is some kind of a roadmap to 6G. So these are some like useful resources for 6G if you want to learn more about this. So there is one NPTEL video that is in Hindi, and it's a very very good video by Professor Deepak Behra. I think he's a professor in Triple IT Delhi. And there is some training program in IIT Kanpur, so that will happen maybe in around August or September. So you can attend that training program. So obviously this NPTEL is a like free this thing. The even ISC Bangalore also offers this training program on 6G, and like how 6G is there and how 6G is connected to this AIML. So both things are there. So I think this is ongoing. You can like maybe check it once. So they have also the repeated training program on this. Even in IIT Kanpur, you can find on this page that there are I think from 15th of June, this AIML training program is there. For these training programs are designed, keep thinking in mind that you should not know anything, and how to build like starting from the scratch. So these are some useful resources for 6G. And this is all from my side. So you can always like email me. This is my email ID, and you just mention the proper subject, because like it's very very difficult because I used to be very very busy. So generally I don't if the subject is not very convincing, so I don't open the email. And you can obviously like connect to me through this LinkedIn, and this is my Google Scholar profile, so in which it is there like what papers I have published and all those things. So this is all from my side. Thank you. So the dice is open and like anyone can answer. So I'll start with the chat box, and then once this chat box, all these things, the doubts are clear, then we can have this one-to-one discussion also. So the you, what I have said is there are two things. So if you want some stable life, very stable life, some okay, like not very too ambitious, okay, learning different technologies, learning this thing, then definitely academics is a very good thing. But if you are very much flexible to the dynamic environment and all those things, then Qualcomm is a very good company. If you talk about, like, it's a top leading company in terms of this modern firmware. So it's your choice, it's completely your choice. And ma'am want to know about 6G and AI. So 6G I have talked about, and this AI you can find so many of tips. So if you talk about this merging, so what the future is predicting is mostly about is 6G, without AI, it is very difficult to connect all the things to everything, and definitely 6G will have a major role. This AI have a major role in 6G. So if any company wants any specific format of a resume, so how we can create it? So I have given you one this format. You can edit it. Okay. So this is a editable. That's why I have put this doc file and I have not given you the PDF. So you can find thousands of templates over this like Google, but what I have given to you is I have been in this department placement coordinator of this IIT Kanpur for around 1 year. So I have gone through almost 500, 600 of resume. So this rough structure which I have provided is you is like what generally company expects. So now there are so many companies, so every company has their own expectations and all those things. So definitely you can like change the format, but whatever I have provided you is just a very like standard format, what you can say. Okay. Please, can you share, point out to specific resources that will help to perform practicals in wireless communications lab? Okay. So, I need some time for this because some very some very like few labs work on this practical wireless communication implementation. So if you talk about this triple IT Delhi, so they have this FCPA systems and all those things. So they have something. And if you talk about IIT Hyderabad, they also have this practical communication systems lab. But I'm not very sure about how much they take the interns. Triple IT Delhi, I know I have some few contacts there, so they have some very good resources about this wireless and wireless communications lab and all. So maybe you can write to me. I have given my email ID to you. You can write to me, and if I'll get something, I'll get back to you on this. Okay. Ma'am, Isaac, NTN, this is R6G, Terra husband. Okay. 3GPA project was started outside India. So Abhishek Barik, so your question is there, or like I don't understand this. How this overleaf is used in research paper? Okay, this is a very good question. So if you want, I can even share you the format, like how this overleaf, the research paper format of this overleaf. But let me quickly share with you, since we are also run of time. I don't know how much time I have. Just let me quickly tell you how you can go through this is. So you just write IEEE, let's example, transactions format, LaTeX. Okay. So you will get this LaTeX format. Okay. So once you will get this LaTeX format, you can download it. Okay. So if you talk about this paper format, so this is one paper format. Okay. You open as a template. So once you open as a template, so it will directly take you. Okay. So you have all those things, everything is written there. So all the files and all. So this is the tech file, and see everything is written. I hope this clears your doubt. Okay. So, how is overleaf? Why does someone choose overleaf? Because AI will do it more easily. No, so I'll tell you, Saurabh, what's the thing is overleaf is it's a cloud source. Okay, so you can access through your phone, you can access through anywhere. So it's not like so LaTeX has their tech interpreter as a app also. So why overleaf is much more convenient is because of the interface also, and you can access it anywhere. So it's just about the LaTeX how you write a LaTeX language. So this is more about this. It's not because of AI, it's more because of like the interface which they have provided. So, ma'am, as beginner student, which skill we should focus first on to stay relevant for AI 6 and Fusion Lake? So, for AI, there is very famous course by Professor Andrew Ng. So you can find it over the. So I'll write it in the text also. Professor Andrew Ng. Okay, so it's on YouTube. So you can find this course to be very relevant. There are so many good what you say the YouTube like YouTube videos as well. So very small videos as well. So there are two things as I have told you. AI is completely a black box. What black box means is you just give input and you take the output. So unboxing AI is another thing. So for the starting for the beginners, what I would suggest you is you just like focus on okay how actually I can use it. Once you are trained in okay how I can use it, then you can what you say start realizing what's the maths behind this, how the systems are built, how the neural networks are built. If you want, we can have another like a very detailed section on this AI also. So like since most people have like asked for this career guidance and all these things, that's why I talked very little about these things. Okay, so overleaf is so for multiple parameter estimation for fast changing channel cluster delay line. Okay, estimation how to choose which AI and which. Oh, you are from Abhishek. You are from where? Like you are not any BTech student, right? So this type of a question, like I cannot expect from a BTech. I mean, if I have a lot of parameter to estimate how to choose MLS, okay. So like Abhishek, can I have you over here like once? Uh, Hitesh, yeah, you have like raise up your hand. Do you need to ask anything? Hikesh, Hirikesh, Srivastav. Okay. So Abhishek, the thing is in AIML, what the problem is, there is no define. So we have some architectures. Let's example, we have unit architecture, we have subnet architecture. Those are some inbuilt architecture. So if you talk only about this channel estimation and parameter estimation, so you need to come up with the models. And now how to choose the number of layers, how to choose the number of neurons, it exactly depends on the problem statement. So like what is the what you say the drawback or advantage, whatever you can say of AI is there is no perfect rule for perfect this thing. So everything comes with an hit and trial. Okay, this works well with you, but it doesn't mean it works well for everyone. So for AI, what I can say is like everything is just hit and trial. And this multiple parameter estimation problem for fast changing means if you can say the time varying environment. So those can be very well what you can say is solved using these RL techniques, the reinforcement techniques. So we have some classes of this what you say the artificial intelligence. So let's example we have this ANNs, we have CNNs, and then we have this reinforcement learning kind of a things. Now we have this diffusion models and all. I don't know how much of you are aware of all these things, but at least if you want, like you can write to me. I can give you some like sources from where you can study all these reinforcement learning kind of a techniques, and then how to like apply for this thing can be done. Okay, so I am a research scholar from IIT Kharagpur. Okay, Abhishek, you can contact me, no problem. You just write to me and I'll like help you. Abhishek, please turn on your mic. Okay. Aditya Gupta, can you please tell? So just tell me one thing, Mahavir. So can I take this last question or should we wrap up? One last question is there.
Ma'am, you can take that question.
Okay. So, can you please tell about Qualcomm Innovation Fellowship and the requirements for it? Okay. So, who has asked this? Okay, Aditya Gupta. So you are from where, Aditya Gupta? You can write, no problem at all. Uh, IIT Rupert. Okay, okay, then fine. So I'll tell you what happens is call for Qualcomm. So let me take you to the screen also. Okay. If you talk about this Qualcomm Innovation Fellowship, okay. So there are participating universities, and I think that IIT Ropar is not a part of those universities. So let me check it once. So participating universities. So these are the only universities which are participated. So which can actually apply for this Qualcomm innovation. So what you can do is you can request your maybe the placement head and all those people to contact these people. So I think they have given their contact information. They might have. So I. Abhijit Bhattacharya is there for Qualcomm. So if you want, you can write to me. I can give his like email ID to you. So you can request your university, maybe your head of the department, or maybe some placement coordinators and all, to include you in to include your university in this list. So once your university is included in this list, then then you will get what you say. The invite for this Qualcomm innovation proposal, and then the things happens. Okay, so first thing is this, and another is can we use the term 6G if we are working on applications of 6G irrespective of working on its expected? So this is a very very good question, and earlier I also have this similar doubt. We can say, so whatever so my viewpoint on 6G is, okay, we are working on the spectrum and that's why we are saying it as a 6G. But what in general the people talk about, so I have recently visited this IEEE WCNC in Malaysia. So I have also the similar doubt, or okay, is it the spectrum or is it the working application? So it's more about the working application. So spectrum is just one aspect of seeing the things, but what in general the people will say is it's more about of the application. And what are the things that affect the 6G beams in comparison to 5G if we are working on sub 6 gigahertz? See, there are three different things. Sub 6 gigahertz is 4G. We cannot say it even the 5G. So sub 6 gigahertz has a very low frequency, so it's very good for communication. But the problem with 6G is it's the terahertz band. 6G, not 6G, the terahertz band is, it has a very high attenuation, so the propagation distance is very very less. So what are the things that affect the 6G beams in comparison to 5G? So there are many effects in this. So some effects I have talked in my paper. So if you want, you can search my Google Scholar profile. So in Google Scholar profile, there is one paper. It has around 30 citations and also that talks about this beam squint effects. So this beam squint effect is mostly dominated in like what you say, the terahertz band. If you want, you can write to me and I can guide you on this thing further. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much everyone for being with me, and I think I have taken more than 1 hour. If you have any doubt, you can, like as I have told you, you can always contact to me via LinkedIn, via email, and you can visit my Google Scholar profile as well if you have any doubts.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such an insightful and inspiring session. The career guidance was truly valuable for all the participants here today. Ma'am, before we conclude today's session, on behalf of SUI IEEE Student Branch, Women in Engineering and Education Society, we would like to present a virtual certificate of appreciation to you. And I'd like Mr. Raj Thakur to present it to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mahavir. Uh, My name is Raj Kapoor, and it is my honor as a former chair of SUI Triple Eastern branch. And let me share my screen. Is it visible? Like I have shared.
So one last thing is I'll share all these.
Screen is yes.
Is my is I'm clear?
Yes, ma'am. Your audio is
Yeah.
clear.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So what I'll do is I'll share all these slides because they contain so much of useful links and all these things to Sanjana, and maybe she can share it over the WhatsApp group. And if you have any query, then you can always like come to me. Okay.
Yes,
Sure, ma'am. Thank you so much.
like ma'am, I would personally like to express my admire the efforts and time you have put for SUI Triple E. And on behalf of SUI Triple E branch, it is my honor to present the certificate of appreciation as a token of our gratitude. And thank you once again, ma'am, for inspiring our students and guiding them for like future technologies and opportunities. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you,
much,
ma'am, for
everyone.
wonderful session. Thank you, ma'am, for wonderful session.
Thank you so much, and you can like contact me via LinkedIn and all. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.